Now you're going to compare and connect ideas across A Poison Tree and Romeo and Juliet by writing a response to the text-specific questions. You will write your response in your reading response journal. You will need to support your response with evidence from the text. The questions that you will be answering are: what is the theme in this poem, and how does the author use imagery to develop this theme? How does this theme relate to a theme in Romeo and Juliet? As you're answering these questions, I want you to think about the following. What, in general, is this work about? What is or are its topics? What particular comment on or view of the work's topics does it present or suggest? How do the themes in the work relate to human experience, society, or history? How do the themes suggested by the work compare to the themes found in other works? How do they relate to your life experiences and beliefs? You will have 10 minutes to fully answer these questions in your reading response journal. Now you're going to form a claim in response to the questions. You will use the Forming Claims tool to write your claim. The questions that you will be using to write your claim are: what is the theme in this poem, and how does the author use imagery to develop this theme? How does this theme relate to a theme in Romeo and Juliet? Remember that a claim is an evidence-based opinion or conclusion about a text or topic. At this point in the process, you should make an informal statement in preparation for expressing your understanding in writing. While you're completing this activity, I want you to think about the following. What figurative language is used in the poem? How is the metaphor in the poem similar to the issues between the Montagues and the Capulets in the play? Had the Montagues and Capulets dealt with their anger toward each other? What are the results of those choices? You will have 5 minutes to complete this activity. Now you will need to revise your claim. You will read your claim and ask yourself the questions. If you answer no to any of the questions, you will need to revise your claim. The questions that you will be answering are: is the claim clearly stated? Does the claim communicate your opinion or conclusion about the prompt? Is the claim based on evidence you gathered from the unit texts? Is the claim specific to the question, original, and able to be supported by evidence? You will have 5 minutes to determine if you need to revise your claim and revise your claim if needed. Now you will gather and organize evidence in preparation for composing your work. You will need to organize evidence from the Text Theme Understanding tool that was posted back in Lesson 1-3, and gather additional evidence from A Poison Tree and Romeo and Juliet to support your claim from the previous activity. You will need to record your evidence in your Forming Claims tool. Remember to gather as much evidence as you can, as you will use this evidence in your work. As you're completing this activity, I want you to think about this. What evidence from the text supports your claim? You will have 10 minutes to complete this activity. Now for homework, you're going to read the questions. In your reading response journal, you will create a draft that answers the questions for homework. You will use your Text Theme Understanding tool and Forming Claims tool as you create your draft. You will need to be sure to state your claim clearly and provide supporting evidence as you create your draft. The questions that you will use to create your draft are: what is the theme in the poem? How does the author use imagery to develop this theme? How does this theme relate to a theme in Romeo and Juliet? Here's some reminders for your homework, and remember this particular Google slide show will be found in this lesson post, so you can go back and look at it as you complete your draft for homework. As you draft your paragraph, you need to make sure that you include a topic sentence and that your paragraph develops the topic sentence. Once you have created your draft, you will need to review the prompt and the section diagnostic checklist. You will need to determine if your response addresses the prompt and if your response meets the expectations. Congratulations! You have completed Section 3, Lesson 6 of the Romeo and Juliet unit. In this lesson, you determined how figurative language is used to develop a theme in a poem, and you wrote a comparative claim.